Hello friends! This is the third part of the Create a Fighting Game from Scratch tutorial series. Today we are going to implement a quick setting to switch our fighting game between 3D arena and classic 2D mode. I have recorded the entire working process without previous scripting, so I have made a couple of mistakes during the implementation. But don't worry, we will fix them up till the end of the video. Just a quick disclaimer, it would actually take hundreds and thousands of working hours to create and test a production-ready fighting game like Mortal Kombat or Tekken, and it would cost a company hundreds of thousands of dollars. So, if it is your actual goal, and if this is why you started watching this video, I recommend you to still follow this tutorial series to get the in-depth understanding of the principles. But as the solution for your game, I would recommend using my true fighting game engine for Unreal Engine, which is available on Epic Store. It already implements features you may need in a AAA fighting game. You can easily manage multiple characters, attacks, combos, and hit reactions through its blueprint system. It also provides a multiplayer support for local and network multiplayer fighting games. I'm constantly working on improvements, so if you have an idea of your own fighting game, it is the best choice for you. You can find the link to the True Fighting Game engine in the description below this video. And now let's start with the tutorial. So I have already opened up my project, and let's quickly see how does 2D game differ from the 3D game in terms of Unreal Engine 5. It is pretty simple. Let's open our BP Fighter character class and search for plane constraint in the details tab. And we can choose here constraint to plane, and we can select here the plane, the axis, which is a normal to a plane we want to constrain our character movement to. If you see this little cheat sheet in the left bottom corner of our working space, you can see that our characters are aligned in the plane, and the normal of that plane is the x-axis. So if we go back to our BP fighter character, we select the constraint to plane, and we select the x and set its value to 1 as the plane constraint normal. And if we compile and save, when we run the game, we see that it is now in a 2D mode. But if we disable, if we go back and disable the constraint to plane option, we have our 3D mode again. But we want to somehow set it to be a setting of our game. So we could possibly trigger from our main menu if we want an arena mode and a 2D mode like a Mortal Kombat. So let's quickly create a settings class. Let's open our content drawer and navigate to the third person blueprints and right click, and let's create a new blueprint class, and let's inherit it from the and let's name it BP underscore settings. Let's open it up, and for now let's add here one variable and name it is arena. Let's make it publicly visible. The type is boolean. Let's compile, and by default let's select its default value to be true. So by default we have an arena game. Before we go further, let's drag the BP settings and drop it to our scene, just to have an object instance. So we select the settings object on our scene, on our level, and we can at any time trigger if our level is in the arena mode or not, by selecting the BP settings and navigating to its details tab. Alright? Now, let's somehow read this variable from our character blueprint. To do so, let's go to our BP fighter character. Let's go to the event graph. And let's try to get the instance of the settings object from our level. To do so, we right click and we type get all actors of class. And as the class, we type here BP settings. All right. And we suppose we have only one actor of this class of our scene. So we get the array and we get a copy of the very first element. Its index is 0. And let's get the variable is arena. Right? Let's move all the other nodes a little bit to the right. So after the begin play, let's add a branch. And if the isArena is true, then we just continue our process as we did. But if the isArena is false, then we see that the game... first of all, here's a mistake. Let's select the begin play to the get all actors of class and its output node execution pin to the branch, right? And if the isArena is false, then we want to constrain our character to a plan. So we drag a connection from the false execution pin and let's start typing planner and we select the set plan constraint normal and it automatically pastes here the character movement component. That's all right. And as the normal, we should choose the x-axis, so we set the x to be 1. And after that, we connect the output execution pin to the cast to player character. Let's compile and save. Oh, but I forgot one thing. We should also enable the plan constraint. So from the character movement, we drag a connection and we start typing planner and we select the set plan constraint enabled. And we connect fast to this node and the output to the set plan constraint normal. All right. And we set the enabled to be true. And we compile and we save. Let's check it out now. So for the first time, we leave the isArena enabled, so the behavioral should be as usual, right? With the 3D mode. But now, select our BP settings and set the isArena to be false and run the game. And we see that while it still consumes some input from the x-axis, but the game is actually in the 2D mode now. I cannot move along the x-axis. But now we would like to make something with the input. So in the 2D mode, we do not consume the input, the 3D input, and we only have enabled our A and D button for the backwards and forwards movement and our gamepad x-axis on its thumbs. Do so, let's remember how we worked with our input actions. we have the IA move input action. We could actually create a new one with the axis 1D, but for our purpose we could actually use this same input action, but we should create a new input mapping context. So we go to the third person input, we select the IMC default, we press Ctrl D to duplicate it, and let's name it IMC default 2D. Okay. All right. And we save everything. And now we need to somehow change the input mapping context inside our character blueprint. And when I say somehow, it is pretty easy. You remember we have added the mapping context after the begin play as well. So just before we add the mapping context, we can add a new branch. And we do it in the same way. If the isArena mode is enabled, we do as we did, but if it is false, we just duplicate this node. And if the arena mode is false, which means that we are in the 2D game mode, we will select here the IMC default 2D game mapping context. And let's compile. And we cannot compile because we forgot to provide the enhanced input subsystem. So we drag a connection and we compile now and we save. Let's check it out. isArena is false in our settings now. And it did nothing. But why? It is because we have just duplicated the IMC default and renamed it. But what we wanted to do, we want to delete the X movement inputs. In our case, it is W and S keyboard keys, so we delete them. And also we delete the up and down keys, which mean arrows. And as the gamepad left thumbstick to the axis, we just select gamepad left thumbstick x-axis and we click save. All right, and let's try it now. And now it works just as it was intended. Right now I'm trying to press W and S and nothing happens, but when I press A and D, I'm moving in a 2D mode. Alright, so we are in a 2D mode, 2D game mode now. Once again, let's set our settings. You see, when it is grayed out, we can just press this little pin button, so it is enabled. So let's, just to check it out, set the isArena back to be true. And let's run the game. And it is arena now in game. So we have really quickly added the arena mode, the switcher between the arena and 2B mode to our fighting game. And I believe in the next tutorial we are going to learn how to finally add fighting moves like punch attacks, I mean moves based on hits, because we have earlier added this kind of grappling attacks, and we will later work with them as well to enable some kind of damages. but next time we are going to add hitting attacks. And that's it for today. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Goodbye.